story. Homophobia is a culture-induced disease. Gee, would you believe that? Said Janine. So, she didn't say the gee, would you believe that? That was me. But, what the fuck? Janine said. So, personality traits probably interplay with factors like religion and conservative values. The researchers are currently expanding the studies to students in Albania, Janine said. They're also studying how the fear of not being man enough might influence homophobic attitudes. Oh, God. What is man enough? Somebody please tell me. Some people are transphobic or homophobic due to lack of real understanding of what it means to be LGBTQ+, without being able to access accurate information. They may struggle to make sense of the things that they hear. For example, a lot of transphobia is actually bred from a lack of understanding about differences between sex and gender. Improving education about what it means to be trans or what it means to be gay can actually help to reduce this type of discrimination. A lack of education may also mean that people say or do homophobic things without realizing it. For example, when children use the word gay to mean bad, this furthers the idea that being gay is actually a bad thing, which I feel like that's kind of been filtered out as the years went on. Like, more people call it, like, oh, why would you say something is gay? But it's like, if I still pass, like, a group of bros, I've definitely heard, like, oh, bro, that's gay. Like, used so many times, you know? So it's like, it's filtered out by some people, but not
man, I think
everybody.
we just don't hang out with the people that say those things. I mean, like, when we say something's gay, by the way, because we say that sometimes, but we literally mean it's gay.
Yeah, but we literally mean that it's gay, like, yeah, we literally mean that it's gay, and, you know, we're part of the community, so it's like...
Yeah, we don't, like, I never refer to things as gay if they're bad. That's weird.
No, it's like... we love and embrace the culture, you know, because we're part of it, but it's like a fucking bro saying it.
Yeah, and you know what, too, I worked at a daycare for a couple years, and I saw, like, I did hear children often say things were gay, and I was like, is it? I was like, do they feel affectionate towards the same sex? And they're like, what?
What are you talking about? No, I'm saying it's stupid.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, okay, then just say it's stupid. Yeah. And I was like, and actually don't say that because stupid is a bad word.
Yeah. You know what my favorite, like, commercial is of all times? I think it's Hillary Duff.
She ended homophobia with that one. Oh my gosh, so good.
For those of you who don't know, it's literally like these two guys sitting at a table, and one of the guys goes to the other guy like, oh, bro, like, that's gay. And then she walks over, like, in her Hillary Duff manner, and is like, hey, maybe we shouldn't use that word. Like, if I think that something is stupid, maybe I would describe it as, like, oh, some slim, skinny guy with the ugly mustache. You know, like, how would you like that?
Describing him, pretty much.
Basically, like, describing him. She's like, what if we use that instead? So I was just like, yes, you slapped on that. Homophobia ended, but not really.
Not really, but girl, she did her part.
She did
right
her
there.
part. Thank you, Hillary Duff.
Thank you for ending him.
I hope that she's doing great.
I think she is. She's doing fabulous.
I think she is. She's okay. We can't jump down this stuff.
Down the Hillary Duff wormhole right now.
Yeah, we'll get too deep into this rabbit hole. But back to the article. Transphobic and homophobic people will often spread misinformation or lies about the LGBTQ community. Some people will find it very difficult to separate the facts from fiction. If someone is exposed to fake facts for a long time, this can help to create prejudice, even in people who are normally reasonable and rational. Small lies can quickly build up into bigger lies, and people are more likely to believe the bigger lies if they have already accepted the smaller ones. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, social media platforms such as Twitter and Facebook now means that it is easier than ever to get this kind of material out to a wide audience. Likes and shares on social media also mean that some people are exposed to this type of content who may not normally see it. This type of propaganda is used by many different hate groups, not just homophobic or transphobic groups.
Which is why we gotta create more queer positive media.
Yes, we need queer positive
media. To flush out
media.
all of that. Because, we need to fix that. Because it's true. Like, if these people are only exposed to that, and they never see any queer person for what they are, just people, you know, they're gonna believe the lies. I mean,
yeah, for sure. You
know?
know,
like, I've heard, like, comments, like, literally told to my face, like, well, you're gonna make them gay. I'm like, okay, if I...
So you're telling me that you made them straight?
Yeah, so it's like, you're gonna make them gay. And I'm like, I don't have that kind of power.
I am not a god.
And yeah, I'm not God, no. I can't do that. And you know what, if it were that easy, you know?
Everybody would be gay.
Everyone would be gay. Like, come on. You think I would struggle this much? Like, if I could just make everyone gay around me?
You know,
it'd
Dylan,
be great.
I think that you might need to quit the podcast to go and become God to make everybody
Yeah,
gay.
yeah. You know, just you know,
I think
shoot people with a little gay Cupid's arrow.
I think that I saw like a job description on Indeed or something like that. You should
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna go on LinkedIn right now and apply.
Please, we need it. Circling back to men, men have been led to believe that they have the strength and power over others. Therefore, some men feel threatened when their power is challenged. Some people go on to commit homophobic assaults because they have been made to feel inadequate, whether intentionally or unintentionally. These feelings of inadequacy can stem from things as trivial as seeing gay men having a good time with a straight woman, or meeting an LGBTQ plus person who is more successful than they are. Men who feel that their power is threatened in this way may try to take the power back through threats or violence. Which, oh god, like, how shallow do you have to be? Like,
no, how insecure, honey. How
insecurity.
insecure.
Like,
the insecurity jumps out with that one. Like, God, like, you're really, like, so fragile. Really.
So fragile.
And there's nothing wrong with being fragile, but if you're that sensitive and then you go and take out your sensitivity, like, and you turn it into violence against others for no reason, just being a jealous asshole. Really. Yeah.
And I think that, like, if you're that insecure, honey, you might need to do some self-evaluation before you decide to, like, take things out on another person.
Of course.
I mean, that's just
there
my
you go.
opinion.
That's some free advice right there.
Free advice.
Right there. No charge for that.
No
one.
charge. So, I have a case for you, Dylan. And, I mean, I'm sure that you could just tell by the tone of my voice. It's not great. On September 21st, 2015, Daniel Spencer, 32, invited his neighbor, James Miller, 67, to his home to have a jam session and some drinks. Even though they had only met twice, they shared the same love for music, so a jam session only seemed appropriate. But what was supposed to be a joyous session turned into something far worse. Our story begins when James walks into the Austin Fleet Service Center in East Austin, Texas at 3:45 a.m., which is a place where city vehicles like fire trucks and police cars go to get repaired. As you can imagine, they saw it as odd for someone to be coming in so early in the morning, especially a civilian at that. Little do they know, more unexpected is coming their way. According to a report from KVUE News, James asked to speak to a police officer. Once the officer arrived, James told them, "I think I killed someone. I stabbed him." Miller then led them to an apartment building on the 1100 block of Navosa Street where the crime took place. It was obvious to police looking in from the outside window that something dreadful happened. Near the front door, what they saw was an unresponsive man lying on the floor in the home, along with whiskey bottles and beer cans. Upon rushing inside the unlocked home, officers could see an excessively bloody crime scene, with a horrendous trail leading from the kitchen to the hallway, all the way to the front door near the deceased man's body. He is cold to the touch and is declared dead at 4:38 in the morning. James claimed that the victim's name was David, who was actually later identified as Daniel Spencer. James is immediately put under arrest and is transported to the Austin Police Station for further interrogation. According to the Austin Police arrest affidavit, as quoted from KXAN News, after police asked him what happened here, it states that Miller said, we were doing the good music, we were playing back and forth and everything, and I just let him know, hey, I'm not gay. We've been playing, we're musicians, and all that kind of stuff, but I'm not a gay guy. Then it seemed like everything was alright and everything was fine, and when I got ready to go, it seemed like expletive just started happening. Which, by the way, Dylan, do you just let people go around knowing whether you're queer or not? Like, do you feel the need to justify that to just anybody? Like,
I don't know. It kind of seems like maybe he might be a little gay.
Yeah, like, why did he feel the need to justify that? Like,
yeah, I mean, like, nobody asked. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like I don't just walk into a situation like we're just having a jam session. All of a sudden, like I'm just like, I'm not gay, dude.
Hey, I'm not gay.
Bro, I'm not gay.
I'm not gay. Just so you know,
not gay. No
like,
homo, bro.
Yeah, and so it's just like apparently playing a saxophone and a guitar is gay. So he felt the need to justify that. So basically, it left police questioning what exactly took place that night. In this affidavit, it is also stated that James wouldn't say anything else until he had a lawyer. So, police put him under arrest and is charged with first-degree murder. Unfortunately, there is not a timeline of how this investigation took place, but something that got brought to the question for police after seeing a gruesome crime is why James himself is not covered in blood, and where is the murder weapon?
Did he shower?
Oh, Dylan.
That he was in his right mind if he was like putting shit away.
He was fully aware.
Yeah.
Like, he was fully aware. So if you show up to the police and you're talking to the police and you look like a clean guy and you just say that you killed somebody, like...
That kind of seems like... That's a little fishy.
Something's a little fishy there because it's like, okay, you just murdered somebody, but you're clean.
Yeah, you're calm, cool, collected.
Well, get this. Prior to James heading to the service center, he later admits that he ran home around the corner and changed his clothing. Left the blood-stained soaking clothes in bleach and left the murder weapon, which was found to be a folding knife, in the pants pocket. So it's like, he must have felt guilty at some point because it's like he had intention of like not getting caught. Like he bleached his clothes, you know? It's like, yeah.
Yeah, you just murdered somebody.
So... Police send the physical evidence for DNA testing, and Daniel's body is sent for an autopsy. Later, the Travis County Medical Examiner determined his death as a homicide, and the blood on the clothes is a match for Daniel. When James's long-awaited trial comes around in April of 2018, Dylan, do you remember when I said that this case first took place?
What? Oh, wow. Okay, so in 2015, that's so crazy. Like, I don't know why my mind, like, didn't want to think it was, like, recent.
Yeah. So it literally took them almost 3 years to finally make a fucking trial. Are you kidding me?
That's wild that, like, so the family, like, had to wait that long.
This whole entire time. Not having answers.
And they're gonna get the most bullshit trial ever.
Oh, God. Okay. You have no idea.
Okay,
so,
go ahead.
In April of 2018, the attorney decides to use the gay panic as a defense because according to statistics tracked by criminal justice experts, this strategy can get a charge reduced in even super violent homicide cases a third of the time. A whole third of the time! Are you kidding me? Defense attorney Charlie Blair told reporters that he thought that his client should have been acquitted on the basis of self-defense. Believe it or not, the judge allows it! The judge says it! It's okay! Yeah.
What?
Justifiable murder. What the fuck? As well, Miller attorney argued that the difference in the men's stature could have made Miller a fear for his safety. Miller is 66 years old, 5 feet and 4 inches tall, and on Social Security, Charlie Blair said, which means Spencer's youth, health, and size could have been intimidating. Baird also said that he did not want to let race be a part of the decision, so he told the jury to switch Miller's position as a black man with that of Spencer, who is white.
Oh.
You're making this not what it is at all, and you're trying to turn people's attention away from what the real issue is here. Like...
Yeah.
So it is quoted as Barrett saying, "He is confronted by an individual who is 6'4", somewhere around there, half his age and strong. I want you to put yourself in Mr. Miller's shoes." So, yeah, like, literally, this guy is looking for sympathy for Miller from the jury. That is fucking crazy. Like, he is literally like, ugh, I can't, okay, I just have to go on, I'm sorry. As stated in Austin American Statesman, James takes the stand, and when they asked if they fought, Miller said no. But he testifies that he told Daniel that he was not gay after Daniel tried to kiss him, then tried to leave, and then Daniel started yelling at him and leaned toward James with the glass, which apparently frightened James due to Daniel's height and age, and that's when he pulled the knife out of his pocket, reached around, and stabbed him.